Hollywood's most charismatic brothers, Chris and Liam Hemsworth, are the living embodiment of genetically handsome injustice through their real-life rivalries and heroic roles. The pain of Westeros and the joy of the music world come from the same family, Alfie Allen and Lily Allen. One, known as Theon Greyjoy on Game of Thrones, the other is breaking the charts with Smile. Ben and Casey Affleck are two of Hollywood's most talented brothers. One became Batman, the other won an Oscar. In short, both courage and genius run in the family. The star of Dune and the pride of French theatre come from the same family, Timothée and Pauline Chalamet, born in New York and raised in two different cultures. Today, one is one of Hollywood's youngest legends, the other an award-winning actress in Paris. Brotherhood and art, Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal were baptized by Steven Spielberg when they were still children. Now, one is the director's favorite, the other is a legendary actor, and both are Oscar nominees. Brothers Joey King and Hunter King got their acting start at an early age. But here's the kicker. One member of the same family is a princess in a Netflix romantic comedy, while the other is an Emmy-winning drama star. So these siblings rule both Hollywood's hearts and tears. Joshua Alba and Jessica Alba began their careers in Hollywood together. Joshua even made an appearance on the set of Jessica's television series, Dark Angel, so he was right on the other end of the camera as Jessica shone. Javier and Carlos Bardem are descended from a Spanish film family. Their mother was a well-known actress, their grandmother was one of the nation's first movie stars, and their sons, one an Oscar winner and the other a writer and actor, are being born into it rather than choosing cinema. In the 1980s, siblings Jason and Justine Bateman dominated television. Jason grew up on sets, becoming the dark genius of Ozark, and Justine became a beloved figure on Family Ties, so that golden age of TV was essentially a Bateman family project. Famous actor Lloyd Bridges is the father of Jeff and Beau Bridges, who come from Hollywood's most prestigious acting family. Therefore, when these brothers arrived on set, they inherited acting rather than learned it. Scott and Francesca Eastwood may look radiant on the red carpet, but both say they grew up hearing real gunshots on their dad Clint's sets. They had the most realistic childhood in Hollywood. Dylan and Zac Efron are complete opposites in Hollywood. Dylan works behind the camera, creating heart-pounding documentaries, while Zac is the star who steals the show. Thus, one is the red carpet star, while the other is the daring brother who challenges the limits of nature. Dakota and Elle Fanning were Hollywood's brightest stars as kids, but here's the kicker. The first time they starred in the same movie, I Am Sam, Dakota played the lead and little Elle played her younger self, so even the beginning of their careers was a throwback to what they were. The pop culture icons of the 2000s were sisters Hilary and Hayley Duff, one who rose to fame on Lizzie McGuire and the other who wrote Hilary's lyrics and developed her voice behind the scenes. So behind the television glamour, the two sisters had something in common. Ralph and Joseph Fiennes, two of the most elegant brothers in cinema history, played the Dark Lord Voldemort in Harry Potter and the face of love in Shakespeare in Love. Thus, the symbol of romance and the symbol of evil are born from the same gene pool. Even the world of animation has a hard time distinguishing between Tom and Jim Hanks. In the Toy Story films, when voicing Woody, his brother Jim sometimes speaks instead of Tom. In other words, the Hanks voice in cinema is actually a two-person team effort. Owen and Luke Wilson entered Hollywood together. But here's the kicker. They wrote and directed their first film with Wes Anderson, a director unknown at the time. So these brothers weren't just actors, they were the founders of a cult cinema movement. Rooney and Kate Mara are heirs to both Hollywood and the NFL, as their families own legendary American football teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Giants. So, both the green carpet and the red carpet are family traditions for these siblings. Joaquin and River Phoenix are two of Hollywood's most famous brothers. One personified darkness with Joker, the other rose to fame at an early age with Stand By Me. Tragically, on the night of his Oscar, Joaquin dedicated his award to his older brother, River, whom he lost at a young age. It remains one of the most emotional moments in cinematic history. Josh Hartnett and his sister Jessica Hartnett come from the same Minnesota town but have found success in different ways. Josh is a Hollywood mystery star, while Jessica is more reserved and avoids the spotlight. Hollywood's most unlikely sibling duo are Jonah Hill and Beanie Feldstein. One rose to fame with the screwball comedy The Wolf of Wall Street. The other became a voice of feminist cinema with Booksmart. Their self-confidence manifesto and scandalous laughter came from the same house. Julia and Eric Roberts are two of Hollywood's most turbulent siblings. While Eric was a rising star in the 1980s, Julia surpassed him to become the world's most famous woman. Their years of fighting and eventual reconciliation demonstrate this story, proving that even the brightest red carpet lights emerge from the family shadow. While Dave Franco is known for his charming romantic comedies, James Franco is known for his boundary-pushing art house films. They're like two extremes of Hollywood, so the bright smiles and the gloom of scandals come from the same family. The most unexpected thing about Chris and Scott Evans, one the renowned Marvel Captain America and the other the adored face of television, is that Scott was the brother who made his acting debut before Chris. Thus, Scott is the true owner of the first-time hero shield. John and Joan Cusack, two of the most successful siblings in cinema history, have starred in countless films together and donned genuine sisterly fervour in every scene. So the chemistry you observe between them isn't so much a matter of acting as it is a matter of innate blood. Emily and Zooey Deschanel are Hollywood's most divisive yet reconciled sibling pair. While Emily used science to solve crimes on bones, Zooey used raw energy to bring laughter to people on New Girl. So, lab smarts and sitcom hilarity come from the same family. Keenan Ivory Wayans and Damon Wayans aren't just brothers, they're the architects of modern African-American comedy. Their 1990s show In Living Color introduced the world to the likes of Jim Carrey and Jennifer Lopez. So they didn't just laugh on stage, they completely redrew the Hollywood comic map. Tia and Tamera Mowry were introduced to the world on the series Sister Sister, which took 90s television by storm. But here's what's really interesting. The story of the series was born from a script inspired by the producers who discovered they were twins in real life. So, this time, life didn't imitate the show imitated life. One of the most unlikely sibling stories to come to Hollywood from the 90s music world is that of Donnie and Mark Wahlberg. While Mark was rapping under the name Marky Mark and rocking Calvin Klein posters, Donnie captivated millions with New Kids on the Block. These brothers are living examples of how one household can raise both a Hollywood star and a music legend. One of Hollywood's lesser-known sibling pairs is Blake and Eric Lively. While Blake rose to fame on Gossip Girl, it was his older brother Eric who inspired him to pursue an acting career. Consequently, it was his older brother Eric who paved the way for Blake's burgeoning career. Marlon and Shawn Wayans, creators of absurdist humour in the 2000s, are much more than just your average comedian brothers. They co-wrote and starred in films like White Chicks and Scary Movie, bringing grit and humour to Hollywood because they believed anything was possible and that every joke could spark a revolution. Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez are Hollywood's most famous secret brother duo, both sons of legendary actor Martin Sheen, but Emilio didn't use his father's stage name. So one rose to fame as Sheen, the other kept his own name, immortalizing the family name in two different ways. One of the most influential brother teams in comedy is Eddie and Charlie Murphy. Eddie rose to fame in Hollywood, while Charlie achieved cult status years later with his unforgettable Rick James sketches on Chappelle's Show. While one personified the laughs, the other became a true legend. One of Hollywood's most heartwarming sibling stories is that of Keanu Reeves and his sister Kim. While Keanu was at the height of his career, Kim had been battling a serious illness for years and had dedicated a significant portion of her fortune to her sister's care and cancer research. So the true heroism we witnessed behind the scenes wasn't the Matrix, but Keanu's heart. The most remarkable thing about Nicole and Antonia Kidman, who are both Oscar-winning actresses, journalists and documentarians, is that they are among the only siblings who have won Woman of the Year in Australia while having quite different vocations. Therefore, this family's achievement is a national legacy as well as a Hollywood one. Beyoncé and Solange Knowles are among the most influential siblings in modern music. But here's the most striking fact. They became the first and only sibling duo to reach #1 on the Billboard charts. So the Knowles family has earned their place in music history, not only with their songs, but also with a record that's hard to beat. Miley Cyrus and Noah Cyrus are the pop world's seemingly different planet siblings. But here's the kicker. When they were both nominated for a Grammy, they became the youngest duo in music history to be nominated simultaneously as both a sister, brother, and a younger sibling. So the Cyrus family is one of those rare musical dynasties that has conquered the stage with two generations. Shirley MacLaine and Warren Beatty, one of Hollywood's most unlikely sibling pairs, have both won Oscars in very different fields. Warren for his directing and producing, Shirley for her spiritual roles and strong female characters. Most surprising, however, is Shirley's belief in past lives and her claim that Warren was someone she once knew. This family is both successful and has a supernatural connection.